The BRICS, you've heard about it before. The group of 5 nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They are home to 3.2 billion people and a nominal GDP of $26 trillion. This group really has the potential to be a much more powerful and influential group than the US-led G7. But it's got problems, some big ones, and in this video I'll outline them to you. Welcome to why the BRICS will fail. Major international groupings have interests. Sometimes these interests aren't good ones, but interests are what join a group of nations to pursue a set of goals. The BRICS have some interests. At a macro level, the interests that its nations share are to decouple their dependency on a US-led West. Many institutions like the IMF, World Bank, and OECD are Western institutions, no matter where the chief of the organization may come from. These institutions are great in many ways, but they don't sufficiently help BRICS nations further their interests. For example, the IMF may not lend money to a given project that China wants to see realized, because it doesn't meet certain criteria drawn up by Western nations. Hence the need for the New Development Bank, or NDB, a BRICS-backed institution that provides various types of assistance to various projects around the world. So, these interests are what glue the BRICS together. So, why would it fail? In short, because this core multinational interest that the BRICS share is not a big enough priority for all its members. Geopolitics can be like reality TV for global leaders. Countries may go around accepting infrastructure projects, smiling for handshakes, and signing contracts. But geopolitical realities and national interests remain almost always the same. This is the issue with the BRICS. That's to say, the BRICS as an organization will continue to exist, and many more members may join. But once its core interest is realized, at least in part, there will not remain a significant enough interest that will drive such nations towards each other geopolitically. In simpler terms, when India interprets enough rebalancing of power between itself, China, and the West, it will begin to focus on its next personal interest, which relates to preventing China from having too much power over itself. And this is a national concern for India, since China has already been involved in major infrastructure projects in India's backyard, in Sri Lanka and Pakistan. This tense set of relations will only calm when China and India genuinely trust one another, which, at least right now, this is something Modi and Xi can only do for a photo opportunity. And we know India is putting itself first, since it is simultaneously part of the Quad, a grouping of the USA, India, Japan, and Australia, which is a security dialogue between the countries, with basically the sole objective of keeping China in check in the Indo-Pacific region. So, what does this all mean? Well, it means that the BRICS needs both China and India to play ball to achieve its goals in full. But India doesn't trust China enough and is engaging with foreign Western powers to ensure its own regional security, which is an act in retaliation to China getting involved in what India perceives its backyard. You see, like reality TV or telenovela or something. And what happens when India and China don't cooperate? Well, that's about 90% of the BRICS population and 80% of its economy. The BRICS would effectively be a failure. Will the BRICS be able to achieve its goals? Comment your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video if you found it interesting, it helps others get to hear about the long-term dilemma within the BRICS, and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 10k now. Otherwise, take care. Bye.